Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, what's up there, Thunderwolf? Thank you there, man. Going up to Overdrive. Appreciate it, man. Hope you guys are doing well. Quick answer to that, Josh, is life, man. It's not full-time, so if it was, then it would be a totally different story. But anyway, we got all the other stuff going on. So what's going on, Devin? Good to see you, man. Jersey, Heavy Haul. What's up, B9 Bot? Good to see you there. Good to see the old Stream Elements bots running. B9 Bot, good to see you, man. Zale as well. Mark, good to see you guys in the blue. Scott, man, saw you in there. Master Dork, David Singh, good to see you guys, man. Brian as well. Old Timer Robertson Gaming. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out a little bit early. Tried to get things going off started tonight, but it didn't really happen. Had a master like config reset for ATS. I was like, oh my gosh, man, I don't even know what to do. So Hitman, good to see you, man. Welcome here for the first live stream, dude. Always good to see new faces, new friends. Big Jam 75, good to see you, man. Finn as well, Swiss the Stove, man. Hello, Train 392, Devin. Classic XL 2000, Jason LeBeouf. What's up, man? Oogie Boogie, what's up, man? Banksy Try the Racer. Jersey Heavy Haul in the house. Good to see you guys, man. Matt Page doing well, man. Coker, yeah, man. We're not streaming as much as we were, trying to do every day, but kind of spacing things out throughout the week. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice. And we also have got some stuff, a couple things, Black Friday stuff, and then also some more things announcement-wise for us to partake in tomorrow if you guys are interested in that. Yeah. I'll let you guys choose. I'm actually in Montana because I was actually going back to drive in Montana some because I have not been back in Montana in like forever. So I was like, I'll see what's going on. And I was like, man, Montana's really nice. Maybe the guys will want to see this. You guys, we can have to do Montana, we can do Texas, whichever. Doesn't matter. Hey, what's up, my friend? Ghost Trucker 60 back in the house. Breaker 19. How are you, man? Good to see you, Ghost. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, man. Hope the rest of you also had a very, 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 very pleasant Thanksgiving. MVR, what's up, man? Good to see you there. Bear in the house. Hello, Psycho. What's up, man? Good to see our New Zealander, our Kiwi of the house. I don't know what that was. That was supposed to be some Christmas EDM, but it didn't really sound like. It didn't really sound that way. It was pretty. It was pretty weak, wasn't it? We'll see what this is. Maybe this is better. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Stone Cold Big Jim. What is up, Big Jim, man? It's always good to see Big Jim in the house. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Ronald Sansbury, hello. Turkey Day was good, Cody, so thanks for asking. And David, what's up, man? First time seeing the live? Well, welcome to the live. Try to get as many of you guys as I can. Will's all the way from Ayers, Trontasia. What's up, man? That's a name there. Trontasia. Jeremy Neal Weeks. What's up? I had the great Thanksgiving, man. Hope you guys did too. Mateus, what's up? Old Christmas tree. I guess that's next on the list, ain't it? My Thanksgiving was good, man. We ate too much and hung out with my mom and dad and family, so that was cool. So, Eric, what's up, man? Danielle, what's up? Carter, how are you, man? It was good. It was good. All right, so as you can see, we got Freightliner Classic XL in the house. So we're also featuring the Zeemods. Now, one thing I'm going to try to do to try to alleviate, this is also to help out the mods, but then also so you guys can also post and pre-videos. Anything from now on, I'm going to try to set up commands for our kind of guys that we've always supported here, guys that we work closely with here on the channel that just provide really, really, really good quality mods to the community. I had said last time that we'd had a little bit. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and let's go back over here to the, let's go over, Breaker 19. What was that? Why did it come through twice? Interesting, that was only one. That was interesting. Okay, all right. Pretend I don't really know what that happened. Anyway, okay, that was from the Ghost Trucker $5 super chat. So, so we had talked, what was I saying? Good gosh, man. Gold Rush. Good gosh. That's a long time, Will. Woo, boy, Gold Rush is a long time. Timothy, I have no idea. I don't even pay attention to that stuff anymore. Oh, yeah, I know what I was going to say. It might be. Freightliner's like, oh, like Peters. Well, Jolly Roger likes Peters. That's half my viewing audience likes good Peter, don't you? Like Peter McLeod, that's what you like. What's up, Peter? How are you, man? Okay, all right, so let me just kind of break in. Now, this Freightliner's nice, though, and we'll say. So one of the things that we decided to do before, and this is just kind of catch everybody up here before we get driving, tell you guys a couple of things that was happening right now, what's happening tomorrow night, because we are going to do a TMP event tomorrow night, so make sure you're around. Figure everyone's kind of chilling, hanging out from Thanksgiving vacations, all that stuff. Maybe you'll be back in to be able to drive anyway. That's what we're going to do. Also, just want to let you guys know, if you go back and look at the description, you'll see various things. I'll try to put truck and trailer and like anything special that I'm doing. Today, obviously, we're doing some Zeemods. We're going to kind of re-look at his N14. It's been updated with 5-inch stacks. It's a very nice sound, kind of probably what more guys were looking for on that other end. Kevin McCurry, thanks, man. I'm trying to get my alert straightened out. I'm not sure why they didn't pop in yet. There it is. Okay, we got 2 of those, but all right. Maybe if I – wait a minute. Let's go back here. Let's try this and see if that fixes it. But anyway, there we go. Thank you there, Kevin McCurry. Appreciate the $10 super chat. What's up, Mr. Sweet? Good to see you guys as well, man. What I'm going to try to do, if you look down there, if you type in any of those commands and put them up here inside of the chat while we're live, then it'll throw out links for you. Obviously, if you ask, I'm sure the mods don't mind grabbing the mod for you. But at least if you're asking and you put the exclamation Jon Ruda, it's going to throw everybody to the website for Jon Ruda if you guys want to do it. There's a lot of guys that I showed mods for that have no longer in the game. So what I'm trying to do is shrink down the amount of people. I don't want to be a rolling advertisement. I would like to actually provide decent content for you guys, especially on the live streams, all that interaction, all that good stuff. But show you kind of the guys that's been around for a long time, guys that have been around, has been true to the product, have been true to updates and all that kind of stuff. That's really what I want to associate my brand with some. But, to say all of that, all that means is we're going to try to continue to show you guys the best of ATS and those guys that have been around for a while. So obviously Zeemods has, Jon Ruda has, and you'll see some other ones. Got some big updates coming from Dom's Chrome and Diesel. Codes will be going live for that, I think, at the beginning of the week. So if you're looking to maybe purchase that on discount, that's coming back. Also, Black Friday on merch. I'm not sure. You'll see Stream Elements throw down some other things as well. It should. Whenever you see the merch one up there, when you see it come through, that is the merch. So we've got a Black Friday special going on for this weekend. So anything in my merch store is all free shipping, which usually, depending on where you live, knocks off between $5 and $7. I don't really make a lot on these clothes anyway because they're print on demand. A couple bucks here, $3 for that. But anyway, I'm offering and eating a lot of that shipping. So you guys normally would have to pay that. Now it's all free shipping here as part of Black Friday. So that's really good. If you're looking to save you a little bit of money, grab a t-shirt, whatever. They're good quality stuff. I've bought just about everything, at least one from my store. So it's good. Other than that, TMP tomorrow, okay, Saturday. So we'll do about 9:30. I'll make announcements in my official Discord. So we will be doing TMP tomorrow. We will be doing DLC. I'm just telling you, even if it means fewer people are here, we're just going to do DLC. All right. So I think that's all my stuff this evening. So if you guys are ready, man, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and start up. So Jon Ruda's flatbed and also his Freightliner Classic XL. You guys in chat, y'all can decide what you want. I'll say put a 1 in if you want to start in Montana and run our way south. That means we'll go all the way through Wyoming. We might even just do like a north to south. So we could do a Montana to Texas. Might take us most of the stream. If you want to do a couple of pot shots here and there, then we could start in Texas and maybe explore Texas some more. So if you want to start up and then end in Texas, hit a 1. That'll be somewhere in Montana-ish, and then we'll try to come south. If you'd like to stay in Texas because you haven't really seen it, you won't see me driving it, then hit a 2, all right? Let's see driving is scared you. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure if the ATS community will like and appreciate that, Psycho. Oh, man, a lot of Montanas, man. I don't know. Did y'all guys really spend a lot of time and drive through the Montanas? I say Montanas like there's 2 of them. I don't know why I said that. All right, looks like we're going to Montana. So we'll basically come south through everything else. So thank you there, Duck. Appreciate the sub, man. So we'll probably do 1 in or 2. Waited straight for Texas. Oh, okay. Yeah, Montana is nice. It is nice. All right, so it looks like we're doing Montana. All right, so I've at least set something up here just to basically be able to get us here from Bushnell. Now, this load takes us south. Now, I mean, we can't even fit the whole map in here, but obviously it's going to take us all the way through here. We'll come through Wyoming and then south through Colorado and then see if we can't end somewhere in Texas. Now, I know that sounds like, oh, my God, it's a really long drive. But honestly, in ATS, that won't take long. So if we get started here, we should be able to do it. So also, don't forget, N14, this is the new one from, this is the new update, I should say, from Zeemods. Also, new Freightliner effects pack, which I think has been updated from what it used to be. So if you've bought some and you haven't updated or done any of that, there's a ton of that stuff here on it. So, hey, Mr. Swede, thank you there, man. My members is non-lacking exciting alert. I need to fix those. Thank you there. But anyway, Mr. Swede, I'll get a fashionable I'll get a fashionable alert sound for that one. Thank you there, buddy. Appreciate that, Mr. Swede. All right, let's see here. Let me we'll try to figure out too. Oh yeah, Freightliner's got a ton of options. Really, all of his trucks now have a ton of options now, which is actually very, very, very nice. Let's see what I'm gonna do here. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I need to get me my little table over here. I don't have it yet. All right, roll the windows down. Trying to make sure. I'm trying to see what kind of levels we got here on the sound. All right, we'll go with that. If it sounds like it's getting too loud for me, just let me know and I'll back it down. Thank you there, Dave. All right. Hey, not Grimlock. How are you, man? Damos 39. I mean, I can. I have not reached out to him, or I have not made contact with him, so. I don't typically go down and chase 389s down, to be honest with you. Right along, no sir. I read all my stuff. Read all my stuff straight from chat. What's up, Located 3? How are you, man? JRG, what's up, man? It's good to see you, man. A lot of good familiar names and faces. Yeah, so check out the description. I've got Jon Ruda's on there, so they'll throw you the link and also the command of the road if you're looking for Zeemods N14. Now, you need to make sure, roll the windows up so you can hear on the inside. So, Zeemods sound, he has two. He has one with the 8-inch pipe, which is a lot more, I would say, Euro-styled-ish. You have to understand, too, even though these might be American-sounding ones, they're still the same. They're still usually Euro spec engines over there. They're not typically always the American ones. But thank you, their wheel bus. Appreciate it, man. So they're not necessarily like a 379 that's pulling a cattle pot with a 7-inch stack. Like that's going to probably sound a little different than necessarily say like a heavy transport maintenance vehicle might be a little bit different. It just depends on what he's got access to record. But this is a very good sounding N14, and it probably sounds more like what people were really wanting his other N14 to sound like. A lot of people didn't like the Jake brakes or any of that stuff. This one has a really loud one, and also has a really nice 3-stage Jake, which the other one was it was hit or miss from an American style. It wasn't necessarily something that a lot of people kind of equated with the quote-unquote the infamous N14. So once we get going here, get a load on the trailer, I'll run through the Jakes, and you guys can tell me whether or not you think these are better. So if you do like this one, just make sure you buy the 5-inch stack. He has 2 under there. Just make sure you buy the right one. Ryan, what's up? How are you, man? Long time no see. Anybody? Jolly Rogers up, man. It sounds good. It sounds better than the other one did, Island, to be honest with you. I like for them around 1500, man, to kind of start sounding like good. You know what I mean? Outside of that, it's kind of like, I don't know. If they don't feel like they've got enough range, they just get louder. It then gets a little bit boring. It's kind of cool, man. Z and both him and the free guy, Slav, man, both of those guys. Hey, what's up, Papa Rocks with the 50? Glad you back. Well, I'm glad to be back. Well, it's glad to have you back there, Papa. I'm glad to be back. Everybody's glad to be back, I think. Appreciate that, man. Very much so. Very much so, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Ryan, how's the world treating you, man? I know mine's busy. Hey, what's up, Matt VT? We gotta get it with Matt too. We're gonna show you guys some more. He's got some cool farm kind of home mods that are actually really nice to look at. So we'll get it with him. Get some new stuff to show you guys on that front. So let's see what we got. Cargo market. I know I've got some coming in here. Let's see if we got anything. And probably now, ooh, we could go over that. Ooh, that's really far. We probably won't find anything out of here for Texas. Stairs are not at all. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's take this one, except we're going to reroute it. So we're going all the way into Gallup. So we'll just go all the way down. Is that cool? And then we'll switch over, come down into Texas. We'll just take the long rate. Well, it won't be really long. It'll just be different than what they've got. Outside of that, it might be a little bit hard to take into Texas. Let me look at one other thing before we do this. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, can we do destination? No, that's not going to work right. I don't think any of those ideas are going to work right. Yeah, there's only a couple of places in Texas where you can even drop Jon Ruda's trailer off, and this is one of them. This might be easier. All right, let's do that. I'll just dev over there. So we'll start in Texas, go all the way to Montana. That's a long ride. Hope y'all ready for it. Let's do it in a long view. We're going dev console. This will be easier to do than the other one. I'm sitting here looking for jobs all day that is not going to take me where I want to go. Rich, what's up, man? Mikey Poo, I am alive, man. Sledge, what's up, buddy? Yeah, man. I'm still kicking, man. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right, sorry guys. That's not long view. Oh, it is. All right, we'll dev to Tyler then. Do a long haul. Yeah, well, it's gonna be a little bit, man. It's gonna be a little one. Yeah, I don't typically do this stuff, so I don't know. For some of y'all might be getting a treat. For the other ones, y'all might not be. I still haven't really driven much of Texas. I probably have driven more of Texas than I did of Montana, which is actually kind of funny. There we go. All right. Now let's take us out of Longview, Texas, and we'll go all the way up to Montana. So that'd be cool. Yeah, I bet did all the way up to Seattle, man. Hey, Anthony's good to be back, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Galveston was nice. I was actually really surprised, like, with the Dallas area. I expected it to be a little bigger. I like the drive-by in Houston. That whole little, I guess it'd be the kind of the south, kind of the more western side of Texas. That is really nice driving the interstate through there. I'm not really a huge fan of the Texas, like the nature sides of Texas. I mean, it's all right, but it's not exactly what I was expecting, to be honest with you. But I like the interstates by the cities. Those are really, really nice. Enraged Turtle, what's up, man? Coming into Overdrive. I like that logo. And thank you there, Sledge. What's up, man? Back up to first gear. Appreciate it, buddy. As always, take some iron pipes down the harbor. Yeah, you know that everybody says it's really small. I guess I just did not equate Dallas because, I mean, they've got all the pro teams and pro sports teams, and I just was not expecting Dallas to, like, be considered tiny. Everybody says, oh, it's really small. I'm like, God, Dallas is like, you know, it's 3 cities in Texas you think of: Houston, Dallas, and maybe one other. So it's kind of funny that everybody says it's just small. I would be surprised if we don't have Oklahoma for, I don't know if say it's for Christmas might be a little premature, but I'm kind of surprised that they're already pushing Oklahoma out, considering they just released the biggest state they worked 4 years for. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, maybe we can get back on the streaming schedule, man. Maybe we can get a key throne for Oklahoma. Since we got stiff for Texas. Good thing we're starting our trip off in the dark. All right, now I'll start throwing some Jakes and stuff on you. Some of y'all been probably patiently waiting for that moment. All right, let's see where make sure we got our right track up here. All right, so Longview. So we'll be going through Fort Worth, Dallas, Wichita Falls. Just kidding. Going through Raton. Yeah, it's a good ride. I like the ride up to 25. That's nice. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, the N14. Yeah, the other one, you know, everyone kind of gave it. It wasn't the engine, man. The engine actually sounds very good and immersive. They just nobody liked the Jake brake. At least the Americans didn't like it. But this one's got this has definitely got a more raspy American, you know, Jake brake sound. So Andrew, so cab over is actually where this engine came out of. Is recorded in it was recorded in like a oh gosh, like a tow truck, like a transfer tow truck, like a semi tow truck, rescue vehicle. And I want to say it was either that 100 style. That's what it was actually. I do have a suspension mod. Sledge. No, it doesn't really affect it. The only thing it is CJ it'll affect it is if the guy's recording it. That would I guess you could mimic it, but it's probably not going to sound nearly as good as having raw files already formatted in that, having the either 5-inch pipe or recorded. I mean, think of it as like you're recording an electric guitar and being like, you know, I bet it sounds like a bass. You know, you have to have two different instruments to create the two different sounds. Same with the engine and the pipes. It's going to, you can somewhat fake it, but not really. So Victor, you might need to make sure you've set your settings. I've got a video, if you haven't seen it, Victor, that that basically tells you exactly how to set that up. It might be that you've missed a setting on there, and that's why it won't ever get you out of, won't ever let you get out of neutral. He's got a good blow off. You know, sometimes you know, Z's engines, there's a few of them that aren't the best. You know, it's got this real big, huge whoosh, air sucking sound. But this was actually very nice, man. It's just kind of tucked in there. Yeah, Victor, no problem, man. Yeah, so there's all threes. All three stages sound really good. I probably actually like the third stage the best. You like the signature? I wasn't a big fan of the signature, man. I just wasn't. Yeah. No, I don't think so, Ryan. I mean, I would go with that, man. There was a few things with some of those on the higher end that, yeah, I always felt like you were out of RPMs. Or that things just grew louder. They didn't really like go into the next stage of that engine after you really put a load on it. So, no, Daystar, I'm not. Brad, thank you there, man. Appreciate the buck. Thank you there, Matt. Appreciate the 5, man. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing good too, man. I mean, that signature, maybe I just didn't like it, man. I don't know. It just was a personal thing for me, a personal preference. I think this engine sounds really good to I think it sounds good with the engine, with the windows rolled up. So this is the 5, Shameryl. Is that right, Shamar? Yeah, this is the 5-inch stack. So what did Ryan? What do you think of the NBN? What do you think of that one? I actually kind of almost like that one, maybe more than the 16. I think it was the C15 NBN, I think, or MRBN or something like that. Yeah, you really can't go wrong with that, Willie. That's really a good price, man. You know, $2-3 for engine sounds. I think there's a good number of those, man. Between that and Slav, man, like ATS sounds are so good right now. And both of those guys, man, they're killing it. You know, a lot of people have you know, questioned guys, you know, paying and selling for mods and you know, all that kind of stuff. But the thing I'll give it with Z, man, is he does go out and does record everything himself. So there's an expense that's there, plus rental of the truck to get the most true to life sounds. So I think that part is, you know, is worth it. And Slav does a really good job, man, pulling from different resources online with YouTube videos and different stuff that he like creates these sounds like out of nothing. I mean, it's pretty amazing what some of these guys do. So I try to feature both of those guys on here, man, because they both do a really good job. Yeah, we can do that, Jim. We'll get to the next stoplight, or we get to my next stop. We're actually going all the way up to Montana, so once we get to our next stop here, we'll let her roll for you. What's up, Clint? Good to see you, man. A Jake Bake driveway? Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. All right, it's gonna get dark. Okay, so how many have driven a fleet vehicle or a fleet truck or something else here in the past? I don't know, the past, you know, since this 146 update came out. Anybody notice like the lights, man, the brights and the bright lights and the others, man, is so good. It's different on the modded trucks, but always so good on the regular game. Absolutely, Eric. Thank you there, Victor. Appreciate it, man. Ooh, the ISX EGR, that's good, man. Yeah, Biscuit, I'll agree with the IGR, man. That's tough, man. That's a little more older school. This is a really clean, gritty sound, man. Yeah, the EGR, man, it's got a little bit of, I don't know, man. It's got another level of kick to it. Hey, David, what's up, man? How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. I'll give you the rooftop by the... Yeah, right along. We just actually did Trucking Passions W9. There's a few of them. You know, most of them you can recreate between, you know, Pinga's Ruda's now is pretty close second, and then the other one to recreate off of is the Roland 389. But we do some of the show trucks and stuff if we've got enough of the parts and pieces. You know, the thing that kind of separates us for a lot of these interiors now is the interiors of the trucks. They don't have the custom pieces, they don't have the parts, and all of that kind of stuff. So you wind up kind of just trying to create the outside, and then, you know, you inside, you know, it's kind of hit or miss of what it looks like. You know, the Roland 389 had a lot just because you had the orange and the purple and all the Roland actual Transport Series trucks. But Pinga did a pretty good job of giving you the abilities to kind of sub-create all the different colors of interior for the 389. So it'd be nice to see some of the guys maybe, you know, expound on that a little bit with interior creation, because, I mean, I think we've got so many good 389s and 79s now. It'd be nice to see some guys, you know, spend some time on the interiors and make them, you know, like pretty legit. But we'll see. We'll see. Thunder Diesel, what's up, man? Yeah, the Jake on the NBN is good, man. Cool game. What's up, buddy? I like these because they're super loud, and they're super loud, and they don't really they don't really slow the truck down that much, like at all. Yeah, the DD60 is good, man. I actually was riding that DD60. I was riding with the what was that? The Western Star, the 57X, man. I love that truck. The 57X has like become one of my newest kind of favorite fleet trucks, man. Just sitting here eating pie. Yeah, I done been there, done that today. All right, 35 west towards Denton. So he's got a DD13, a 15, and a 16 that's, I guess, would be the only counterpart for the fleet version of that. But it's a rebuild of the original sound files that SES has. So you might like that, you might not. But it's on the forum, same place. Right, yes sir. I like the I wish we could get out of the way from the yellow lighting. That's the only thing that kind of still bugs me about this game. It's not as bad through some of these sections, but I wish the light was just lighter. It's the actual, I don't know, just the actual game itself was just whiter in general. And if you guys know it, but my speedometer is actually working today. A little overkill maybe to have a little pro comp there for miles per hour, but you know, whatever. Yeah, Mark, if for anybody wanting an iPhone, you better get it now, because they just shut down the city where the Apple factory is on the new iPhone, so don't be expecting anything for Christmas. You might have to load them out for them. Oh. Yeah, so if it sounds terribly different, Jim, you might have the 8. The 5 is actually somewhat, it just kind of just came out, that 4th generation sound that he's been working on. So you might check that. But it'll say it. If it's a 5-inch, it'll say it's 5-inch on the actual thing. So, so you don't understand it. Yeah, I have that problem too. All right, so while we got some guys here watching, and so I see a lot of familiar friends as well. Ron Rocks, where you been? Living life, man. Actually, life's been living me. To be quite frank with you, it's been busy, man. If my full-time job, totally different scenario, but it's not. So I had to take a back seat for real jobs. Kind of took over. So I do not like driving in the night, especially on live stream. You guys already know that. So I'm gonna pull in here and let's catch a sea real quick, and then we'll continue our drive early in the morning. See if this is our, there we go. It's 8:30. Man, it gets really dark at 8:30. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's my iPad. So I've been trying to get the so it's basically another it's another, you know, I guess you'd call it a telemetry thing. I'm trying to get it to work so that I can put my map down there. So there's a mobile dashboard map that you can put down there, and I just haven't got it working yet. But yeah, I was trying to fool with that earlier. But you can have a full map of the entire ATS map that'll track your truck jobs, and basically what it looks like is when you hit F3 and it brings up the map, it looks just like it. So I was trying to pull that up. So it is like SimHub, except it's the ETS mobile telemetry. It's on the forums. Just happened to run across a YouTube video. It's pretty cool, but it allows you for the iOS guys to do like a mobile web with a port socket, so that you can access your telemetry data, and so you can actually use it like a dashboard. So you can pull up, you know, it's got a speedometer and a RPM and then all of your job description stuff on it. And then you can also have like the map on it. So I really wanted the map on it, something different than using like Truckee, which you can still use Truckee, but that's not really optimized for iPads. So I just thought I'd get that working. I just haven't got it all working too. Yeah, it would be pretty good to have a little map there that's a little bit brighter. You don't have to worry about it so much. What's up, Dane? No problem. TRAK hour? Yeah, it is, Banksy. Once you get it set sensitivity-wise how you like it, mine's not too sensitive, so I can still look up and down without it, you know, making you guys sick. You know, Toby's the other one. My eyes and head move around too much looking at chat, and I just didn't know. I've always got earphones on anyway, so I guess for me this was just made sense. You know, it wasn't, they didn't really offer to throw one to me, so I was like, I mean, I've just used what I got instead of, you know, another $200 on a tracking bug. So, all right, so we left out of Wichita Falls. We're back on the north end here of Texas. We'll be heading all the way up to Montana. So that's gonna be a long one, Zane. So hopefully we got enough in it. So we'll only be going 45, so we won't be searching for jobs and all that. So we're gonna get to see a lot. We'll see how much of this we actually yeah, we're cooking. Oh no, I think I just missed. Nope, I'm good. Yeah, so the thing is, you've got to hit, so you've got to have two things. If you're going to use a shifter, fine. But Victor, you got to have you got to be able to follow your RPM gauge and be able to get it in gear either at the shift point or right before it. And unfortunately, you'll hear a little grind noise since you don't have the feedback on our since you don't have the force feedback on our gears, sticks now. But you'll have to kind of, it almost kind of is a little bit of a guess at first, and then you start kind of figuring it out. And then, after you've done it for a month or two, then it's kind of starts becoming a little bit like second nature. You just know what the engine's supposed to sound like when you get into the next gear. Buying some of Zeemods packs helps, especially when it comes down to it'll knock out that gear grind noise. You still get a little bit of something to get a vibration in the wheel, but it's not oppressive. What's up, Goof? Doggone, good to see you, man. Graphic mod I'm using is JBX. Yeah, it's about, there's a few others that have kind of started to update, but I haven't got any of them. Maddie, I don't much care for North Carolina sports. I'm a Duke fan for one, so I didn't really care about the UNC stuff. Oh yeah, nah, the stock ones are terrible. Yeah, stock ones are terrible. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Goof, man. Good to see you, man. Hope you and all the family are doing well. Yeah, I tell you, man, Wilfred, I used to try to get as many mods as I could into profiles, and healthily into them. Now I kind of pull creators by themselves, which it kind of stinks because I liked using some of like Bart's with John, or certain different graphic mods with, and I've gotten now where I've got essentially a Jon Ruda profile with just his trailers in it, and then I've kind of got my little catch-all that's got some of my Steam Workshop stuff, Steam Workshop trailers, typical stuff that you're going to work together. Roland's in a profile by himself with all the engines and all the other stuff going on, and pretty much have done the same thing with Bart's, and I put his with other creators because I've always had problems with some of these guys, and especially the ones that have like light packs plus like the flare pack that Ruda has. As just the further on that we get into ATS and the more complicated these mods get, the worse they perform together. So I pretty much have separated everything. So I don't know if that helps anybody that's maybe struggling with trying to get their game to look good, the chromes to look good, skies to look good, all of those things, man. I feel like I was struggling there for a while. So yeah, next gen is good, Brian. Yeah, next gen is pretty good. They've got a lot of texture stuff in there too. Oh, nice. Yeah, Clint. Yeah. Tornado on the right. It does kind of look like that, don't it? It's the second time we fit that thing. I love it, Brian. I love the new drive shaft torque, man. I don't have it turned up quite as loud on this one, but when we drove the Kenworth W9 last stream, I had that sucker turned up. And I've got it in this one. I've got a graphics mod from the guy that did the Retro. He's the guy that did the wheels, the 30-inch wheels that people either love or hate. He's also has a free suspension mod that gives your truck even more of that bounce, so it makes the drive shaft torque like it makes it even ridiculous, which some would say is not really realistic, but it's a game after all. Who cares? Who cares? But I love it, man. Especially when you got a heavy load, you definitely tell it more when you torquing the engine and putting a lot on it, man. The thing just rocks back and forth. It's cool. Oh yeah, the camera movie. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's straight. It's lit, man. It's good. The res built, no, not really. There's some of those, man. They can provide issues. I mean, kind of be a little bit hard on some of the other mods, so I typically don't use the free ones just because they're still all recreations of Vipers, but hey, Thunderwolf, what's up, man? Might be working tomorrow for the convoy. Well, I hope not, man, but if you are, we'll think about you. Yeah, it's been added in, Banksy. Fuck, I got really close to that car. Yeah, see the now, the thing about the drive shaft, you guys, it came in, but if you didn't check it out, the thing about it is if you set it up right, it'll pull your wheel to the right some. So you have to counteract your wheel, which is very nice. If you're not paying attention, like if you're just kind of got low force feedback like I did, I found myself driving off the road all the time. But thanks again, man, Thunderwolf. Appreciate it, man. It's from the. I'll have to link it up, Pete. It's a little bit hard to be able to tell everybody because I don't have a direct link for you guys. Thanks, Sledge. Appreciate it. Yeah, then it'll look like I don't have a chin. I'll go back and look at pictures now, and I'm like, oh my god. Because, you know, beard elongates and hides your chin, so nobody really knows where your chin's at. You go back and look at some of my old videos, I'm like, oh my god. It's like, where's my chin? I'm not really sure where the horn comes from. I don't think it's Ruda's horn. Yeah, I know, Dane. I think that was an early, like, hey, let's throw a tumbleweed there because we don't really know. I think it's completely new, Alejandro. So it's a completely new recording. Kakalaki Kid, what's up, man? It does look like it. Now I'm looking over here, man. Sledge said it looked like a tornado over there on the right side. It does actually look like a tornado. Not gonna lie now. All right, let's lickety split here. So I just let off the gas. Yeah, these you have to clutch. You don't have to clutch every gear. I just have to clutch when you come to a stop. ATS still has some limitations, but some of it is just, I mean, you get in a little bit of a have. Sometimes you can't, you know. Especially talking, man. I wind up losing my gears sometimes, especially when I'm slowing down. This is the 5 Thunder Diesel. Yeah, it's the 5. And that truck is moving. Well, my game's not laggy, Victor. It's probably whatever res you might be watching on it, but yeah, no, it's everything looks good so far. James, what's up? What kind of loads? Honestly, conventional. I mean, heavy's fine every now and again. I just like, see, why do you do that? I don't really. It doesn't really matter to me. Like, I'm not a heavy haul guy. Like, gets fine, but I like getting out and covered mileage more so than I do just hauling something heavy at the strain of the engine. So, typically flatbeds, reefer loads. I just like the reefer look with about any truck. grow hair and beard. Yeah, well, I didn't have hair to grow long. Couldn't do the long hair, man. There's no way. So how high? Well, here, I'll let you see real quick. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is in gameplay. I think. Yeah, so mine's all the way to the right. So keep your suspension stiffness a little bit low, but everything else is pretty much in the middle, but that's pretty much how you want it, stability-wise, when you turn left to right. The suspension stiffness down is going to make it a little more bouncy when you do everything, but the drive shaft torque I've got all the way to the right. So that's how, if it's all the way to the left, you're not really going to see anything. If it's all the way to the right, then you'll actually see the humpy bump. The suspension stiffness will kind of like, if you turn it up, then it'll still blurp to the right, but then it'll return back. If you lower it down some, it kind of gives you this more squishy feel. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it's just a matter of preference. So you can kind of curtail it how you want it. What's up, Jersey? $10 there. We're going to drive a Volvo tomorrow. Nah, not really. Not really. I might hop in the new Western Star, that 57. I like it, man. Yeah, I just love the way it looks, man. It's I mean, I kind of laugh that it's relatively like a very small addition to, you know, the physics. Oh, what? Good grief, man. I hate this game sometimes. Hey, who's that coming there behind me? Yeah, you had to. Yeah, well. My average, well, it's on 165 hertz, so it's usually, it depends. It's above 100 with most of all of this stuff in it. And then it can drop down to 60, 70 with Rollins. You know, 389, it just depends. I cap it at 60 for the stream just because it really can't do any more than that on the stream wise for live streaming into YouTube. But that's typically what I do, what I have. Just like real life, yeah. So you guys are oh, the 389 and W. Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. If you're talking about, I mean, I get it, man. You know, everyone likes the old-fashioned truck stuff, but you got to think, man, companies are there to make money. They're not there to, you know, they're not there to pull off Jake brakes and make everyone feel really good about their trucks. I mean, they are, but, you know, they're looking for the next-gen stuff. It's going to save them tons of fuel and tons of money on gas and that kind of thing. So, I mean, I get it. I know the trucking community doesn't necessarily like it. I've already been bombarded in my DMs with stuff about it. And I'm like, I'm just a dude, man, that likes playing the game. I got no dog in the fight. But, you know, I get it. Yeah, Amarillo, this is the weirdest city, I feel like. Like, I don't know why. I just feel like it's weird why we got to cross and drive on the opposite side of the road like this. We got no choice. One way in, one way out. Pensacola. Yeah. Thank you there, Lucifer. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, so the convoy tomorrow, plan on having some DLC. I'd like to do a Texas one, just because I feel like it would be weird if we didn't. But nonetheless, we're going to convoy tomorrow. It'll probably start at 9:30. I'm probably going to have to do that for tomorrow, just to give everybody time to get stuff set up. Get your sound mod stuff set up. It's been updated. Make sure TMP's updated, and then I'll throw everything here in the actual in the actual convoy channel here on Discord. So if you're not on the Discord, I will post in there all the stuff that we're doing, where we're meeting, where we're going, what's the route, and then you can have all that stuff set up and be ready to go. Other than that, you'll have to try to find us mid route, and that's usually not very easy. It is there, Toy Taco. So you can use Dev Console Dane to walk around the truck, but I mean, it's still like moving a camera around it, you know what I mean? So, I mean, eh. Did we? I was about to say, we did not slam this truck down. Why did we not do that? You haven't updated your mods. You might need to. Woo, we get a little low on fuel too. TMP Mac, yeah, I'm not messing with Convoy anymore. I like the idea of Convoy. I mean, I understand it if it's just you and a buddy. I just don't want to fool with it, man. Like, even our guys, like, even the moderators and stuff that would normally do that, like, we don't even feel like fooling with it. Yeah, the 80s look. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely got an 80s vibe to it, man. Absolutely. We'll slam the Volvo. Yeah, we'll be in a Western Star tomorrow. Probably. I don't know. Set up the stick shift. I think set it up. I think I did on my float video. If you want to learn how to float through the gears and stuff, I think I've got it in there. It's on my main page of the main YouTube page. You'll see it down there. Like I can't remember what it is. How-to tutorials. It'll be one of the first videos there. No, typically, I mean, the update's pretty easy, Joe. You just go update them yourself. Just re-download them. The ones on Steam Workshop will automatically do it themselves if you subscribe to it. But for those that are like, I don't know, let's say Zeemods or anything else, he'll usually send you something, and then you can from there you can go re and download the next mods, and then they'll be updated for whatever version you're running. Some of the stuff doesn't need your typical update all the time. Maps are especially terrible at it. Trucks are especially terrible, but sounds usually are universal. It's just usually whenever whoever created them, has some kind of a feature update for them. Seasons, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I mean, at some point I kind of think they're going to have to do some kind of an engine rebuild on this at some point, especially with the cards that are coming out, the technology it's going to be for them to use. I know they were going to come to DX12. They have not come up with that yet, so I don't know exactly why they released all this without doing DX12, but that's nonetheless. Hey, PJ Studio, what's up, man? Holy, man, what's up, man? A new message, man. Well, thanks, PJ. Appreciate that, brother. Doggone, man. Big time support today, buddy. Appreciate that, PJ, man. That is nice, man. Now, that ought to put some fuel in the tank, which we need to get. Y'all haven't reminded me yet. Y'all are definitely falling down on your job. I guess y'all save and do that tomorrow night. Yeah, it's Ledge. If you show up, I'm gonna have you. If you don't mind, I'm gonna have you. Lead, and then I'm gonna take a day cab. We're gonna do day cabs. The PJ's super chat there can fill our tanks. Just 3 gallons. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I think gas around here is like $5.15 still. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, thanks, David. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we still got that storm over on the right, don't I mean on the left, don't we? Yeah, so we finally are right under 3 for regular, but diesel's still over 5 at most any place out here. Just crazy. And we're North Carolina. I mean, we got a high gas tax, which is a state deal, but still. I love the harvesters in the road, man. I love that. It's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, diesel at 5. Yeah, man. I know. All right, here's fuel. Phew, that's loud. I'm not sure exactly how that equates on online, but I'll tell you what, when that sucker's jacked up, man, whew, it's loud. So the Freightliner, if you get it, if you really like the Freightliner Classic, the Freightliner, I think Peterbilt, Kenworth, and the Freightliner effects pack have all been updated. I think the one that hasn't been is the International, and I think the Freightliner ones now work with the Western Stars. So if you like the Western Stars or the Freightliner Cascadia, like the fleet trucks, then I think these actually are good. Let me I'm not exactly sure why. I feel like I got to turn. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why that thing was so. It was like extremely overexposed. There we go. That's a little better. All right, somebody, can't remember who it was. Somebody wanted me to sliver it and let it idle. Required super, yeah, I'll bet so. Yeah, they jacked the crap out of that. You could buy like, you know, got up to like what, 380, 370, and then it'd be like 50 cent to 89 and another 50 cent for 93 around here. So it'd be like a whole $1 extra. So you know, people driving supers were, driving the premium lead stuff, man, they were dying. 540 diesel, yeah, in Virginia, yeah, it's still it's still around 515, 530, depending on where you're at in North Carolina. Which gas station is taking advantage of you? Oh God, woo! Yeah, if that doesn't put you cattle haulers, if that don't perk y'all's ears up, man, I don't really know if ATS can do any more for you. Yeah, regular super, yeah. Yeah, and like right now it's 3, so now everything's on a 10-cent jump. So like we're under $3 now, or like $2.90 something. But it's a 10-cent jump to super, a 10 step up to premium. I'm like, okay, what was wrong with it when it was $4 a gallon? Y'all were doing like 30-cent increments between each grade. I was like, I'm calling BS on that one. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, let's see. Map-wise, we are in Dallart. It's a Dallart. Kingzoid, maybe? Nah, did you go by a different name? Oh, Kano Gamer, thanks, man. Yeah, maybe Viper. Fair enough. A lot of people tell me to do that, King. I mean, a lot of people. I was trying to look too. One of the other random things I was actually looking through SCI wheels today. Oh, it's going out of focus because of the, it's trying to focus on the shifter when it gets close into focus. And then when I move it away, it tries to focus on it again. So, yeah, that's, like it'll catch my arm, and then it'll focus on my arm, and then I'll move it away. Yeah, it's like got an autofocus to focus on that. Well, it basically, David, it's just going between each gear. So you run it up high RPMs, and then you shove it into gear. Well, not shove it, but you go basically from low to high on every single one. Yeah, we're going to go through that one. Ooh, we better get it. Ooh. What weight do we got here? 40,000? Yeah, see, I think this N14, I don't think it's like, I'm trying to think of what horsepower put on here. That might have been a Swift move. I'm not gonna lie, Pete. It might be. It might have been. So I use the Fanatec, the CSW, the Clubsport. It's discontinued now. You could probably still find them, but it was kind of their trademark belt drive until they came out with the CSL direct drive, which probably now is about the same price of what this was, which is actually kind of crazy to think about. So. What affects bitrate more? Video card, CPU, internet. Well, if you don't have any problems, if you're not maxing your bitrate out, your video card, you're not maxing your CPU out, there's a certain amount of processing speed that you have, even though you might not be maxing it out. If you're looking at it and you're all still in the green, probably one of the biggest things with bitrate is internet. Not having enough internet to upload, or having a clean enough signal to upload what you're trying to throw out. Probably the biggest one there, Viper Sim, is if you can record it at this bit rate that you're wanting to stream it, then that's a good tail sign. So if you're trying to, you know, let's say 7,000 or 8,000 bit rate, if you can record it in 7,000 or 8,000 and have no problems going back and watching it, then your stream should be smooth. And if it's not, then that'd be an internet deal. So while it's rolling up there, so we got a Black Friday special there, free shipping anywhere on the Kaviga stack. I don't know why, but it didn't put our merch link up there. So that was probably my fault. So if you are in the mood for some merch, it should be linked as a bar underneath your video. If you're on PC, there should be a shelf there. If not, it's on the main YouTube panel, just in the top right corner. Just go to FTG merch, and there is a code there for free Black Friday shipping. So that's going through pretty much all the way through this weekend. So if you guys are looking for any kind of gear, FTG redesigned everything. So you can now look through there and see we've got cups and all kind of my sponsors on it, as well as some pretty cool stuff in regards to new hoodies and long sleeves, and they're not like you know, trucking company or whatever. Got a special commission piece that one of our own Catheta did, which is really nice of him. He did awesome with it. Did a custom design shirt on there for Full Tilt. So you guys can go check that stuff out. Use that code Black Friday, get free shipping, which usually will save you about $6 or $7 depending on where you live, because Teespring shipping can be a little bit pricey. So knocks off a good bit of good big chunk for you. To Sweden, I don't know. You could test it. I mean, you could see what it does. What's up, Mr. Ace? How are you, man? Thank you there for the 5 super chat, pal. I think we crossed the border, I think. So, yeah, we're in Breton. You honestly can't tell. Actually, blends pretty good. Hope you're doing good, man. Thanks for the 5 super. Yeah, the big one is your upload. And some sites will only let you upload so much. So, I mean, you know, you can only use so much of that to, you know, upload. Like YouTube has a maximum bit rate. You just need to, you know, do a little bit of research. All right, up the middle we go. You know, one state down. We'll only be in New Mexico here for a short little bit. FedEx in the house. What's up there, Jappy Vibes? How are you, man? All right, so we got anybody just joining us. Let me give you guys a quick rundown. Just a few things here while we're on the interstate. We're leaving out of Raton. We've just been through North Texas. We rode basically around the whole north end of Texas, and we're headed up north. So we've actually got quite a bit. We'll see what our time is. We'll probably run out of town to finish this one today, but I'll finish it later on. So we're now into Colorado, which is one of probably, if not my favorite state, and somehow we're supposed to get over here for this. We're supposed to hit that one. We'll get the next one. And anyway, we are also looking at a couple things for this weekend. We just did the merchandise one there for Black Friday, so free shipping anywhere to the contiguous states, which will save you somewhere around $6-7 depending on where you live. So if you want to get something or want to get a t-shirt or something like that, free shipping knocks a good chunk off that. So go grab one of those if you want. Second thing is, tomorrow we are going to be running brand new convoy, which we have not done in like forever. So if you want to come join with us, anybody can join. It's not a it's not a united thing. I'll ride somewhere in the middle with everybody, and we usually have someone leads us off. It's a for the most part, it's a very, very fun experience. We usually don't have to deal with too much because there's never anybody on the server anyway, except for us. But we will be on there tomorrow, probably around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I will post everything in the FTG official convoy channel on the Discord. So if you have not joined the Discord, join it, or if you haven't been in it and you're like, well, I'd love to drive that. It will be on TMP, so we can basically have everybody join us. It's not going to be convoy mode here with the SES convoy, so don't worry about that. No mods that you have to worry about. just fix your truck up, trailer up, and I'll tell you where we're starting, where we're finishing, and then you can pick whatever load you want to within reason to be able to stay up with traffic. So there you go. That's what we're going to do tomorrow night. So make sure you're there. And then I think we should have an update coming this early this week. We'll have some updates with whatchamacallit, with Dom's. He's got a brand new reefer coming, and some new updates on his 379. So we'll have to check that out. So, hey, man, NRZ Ace, what is up, man? Golly, Pete, man, y'all are, man, I don't even know what to say, man. Thank you, man. You and PJ and all you guys, man. Some super chats here of good well wishes, man. Thank y'all very much, man. Glad to see you back. Hoping the family are well and had a good Thanksgiving. We did have a great Thanksgiving, and yes, you are going to see a little bit more of me. So I'm going to try to. My goal is about 3 nights a week. I think that's a good balance between keeping, the family life sane, and then also being able to plug in here and do a little driving and have a little fun on here. All right. So thanks, man. Appreciate that, NRZH Ace, not H. Appreciate it very much, man. You, PJ, and all you guys, man. Ace and Jersey, all, and I'll get some shout outs, man, all you guys that throw some super chats my way, man. Appreciate y'all very much, man. Hey, McNuggies, how are you, man? Doing good, man. Doing good. We are just kicking it. I think we're actually going on our way to Montana. I don't know if we'll make it there tonight, but we're I don't even normally do these long hauls, but it's pretty cool. Jon Ruda's Freightliner Classic XL. Also got his trailer, the flat deck, which you see right here. Got a load of pipes on there, or as Killam calls them, a trailer full of flutes. I guess we'd trailer them sideways, we'd have a symphony. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, that joke fell flat. It's a musical joke for all of our musical pun for all our music sentence out there. Yeah, man. Yeah, LF. Yeah, it's yeah. Without it being my full time, it's hard sometimes to navigate all of it, especially when I can only do it at night, and then I have other things that have to happen at night. That's like real life job stuff, So it leaves you no time during the day to actually stream. So yeah. So it was actually a good break. I mean, I got to say, it was nice to have a minute off and to not have. I won't say it's stressful. It's not stressful, but just trying to think ahead and trying to think through all the mods and get everything working, and not to go out on here and have some kind of a big, huge snafu where you have a bunch of crashes and have to deal with a bunch of crap. That can get stressful in its own, but nonetheless, man, it's kind of nice to be able to chill back and do a little bit of driving with some good mods and kind of get back in it. So. Dude, what's up? I'm good, man. Use the Stream Elements Live, which is essentially nothing more than OBS Studio. I like OBS better than Streamlabs, always have. It's just not as automatic if you're looking to switch up stuff, switch up your streams. It's not as easy. Yeah, you're right, Ace. I mean, it's nice to get it. I didn't want it to be as long as it was. That was probably the biggest thing. I wanted to be a little bit sooner than that, but my real life job just didn't really allow for that. It just kind of kept going and kept going. I was like, okay, I'm kind of actually ready for this all to be done. So, but Christmas, at least for my job, is going to be, it's not going to be super light this year, but it won't be nearly as, it won't be nearly as demanding as it has been, so, which will be a welcome change. It'll be nice. So Farm Sim, those series where you like those series? Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I want to do them. I do miss it, but then there's like this part of me that's like, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Farm Sim's one of those, like, you do have to kind of have a plan going into it. I mean, do you have to have a plan? What do you think, chat? I mean, I kind of assume you have to have a plan. I love logging. I honestly couldn't drive more laps around the field. I feel like I did all too much of that in the first bit. When I used to play it so much, it was like, and then when you're able to give yourself money, it's kind of like, well, it's kind of not fun anymore. But I don't have enough time to come up with series names, like trying to come up with storylines and all that stuff. It's kind of like, well, we're live today, and I don't know, maybe we're just going to shovel out some sheeps over here. Willie says nope. Oh, yeah, Balin's fine. You like cutting grass? Clint likes cutting. Of course, Clint likes cutting grass. Oh, I know. I did the new map. Yeah, I know it's all about logging. I don't know, man. I go back and back on the farm sim stuff. I go back and back and on it. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, we did Construction Simulator. You know, I do remember that. And I know their new one came out. I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, what do you mean by idle foot? I'm just following traffic. I can't be an idle foot. Then I feel like I'll be like all the other. Well, I am going 5 over the limit there, Clint. I figure we can let it get 8:30, and then we'll sleep one more time. Oh, do you tap your foot? I don't know why. I'm not even listening to anything. Just over here. Yeah, da, da, da. Well, so it is good. All right. We'll see. Jeff's he's coming in there with the goods. He said it's good. I figured it would be. Yeah, I don't know. For me, Farm Sim is just a love-hate because it's where I started. So I kind of get a little bit on that. It's a totally different content creator ball game now. Now, it used to be nobody and their brother played it. And to play Farm Sim, you were made fun of. Like, literally, no lie. And when I first started playing Farm Sim, man, most of the guys that I played with, man, they made fun of me. And a couple of them, like, basically, they were jerks. They were jerks online because I played Farm Sim and wouldn't come over and play Call of Duty because that's what we were all top-tier level Call of Duty people before it became so, like, elite sports for all the MLG stuff would just kind of crank it up. So there wasn't this competitive market yet for Call of Duty or any of the rest of it. So, like Halo, so I was a level 50. I was the general level 50 for that. So it was only about 25 of us in the entire world that were level 50 in the Halo 2 series. But there was no competitive nature for all of us to come together. And so it was like eat, sleep, and breathe. And so I guess just as I progressed in, I kind of left those guys, picked up Farm Sim for whatever reason, I don't know. I lost some of those friends on the Call of Duty Modern Warfare side. And started playing that, and then that's where I started streaming Farm Sim, and then it just blew up. And I had pretty much left Farm Sim and moved over to ATS because this was really going well, and there was a ton of people coming out, checking out all of the building drives, and then it's like it just put on the brakes, and then Farm Sim went, and I totally missed it. Well, I'll tell you, most of it for whatever reason, the American Truck Sim community left when all of the new free mods and all the payware mods came out, and they all created their groups. Facebook Gaming came in, and the Microsoft Xbox one, whatever that was, I can't even remember. Mixer went out, Facebook Gaming came in, and then everybody went to Facebook Gaming to stream and to play with a lot of those newer mods that were all payware. So it's crazy, man, how this all has. It's crazy how this has all kind of transpired over the past couple of years. It's been interesting. So for Farm Sim, man, it's like one of those, I've done it, I've been there, done that. I don't know that I want to get back in it and do it again. I would probably play FPS games, but honestly, like with doing Halo 2, I don't know that it's such a great idea, Ace, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I'd have to go look and see if my name is still on the Bungie records for level 50, because after I achieved that level 50, I played for probably about 6 months, never lost it, and then I never picked up Halo 2 again. No lie. Because there was no MLG, there was no streaming, there was none of that stuff was was available in there. So yeah, that's the interesting part. So Yankees fan, I am not. I'm just a wannabe. I say wannabe very loosely. I don't even want to be a trucker. I just enjoy the game. I enjoy the mechanics of it. It was in a couple of years. Yeah, man. Hey, that was serious, man. All right, Jeff. Well, I may, we may, I don't know. We'll just have to see. Part of it is me having enough time to set up all the different games. Because when I do Farm Sim, I used to do it with the controller, but now I like to have my wheel set up. I like to have both joysticks for the logging, and I'll do the logging with the joysticks. But yeah, having all that set up takes a little bit of time. It depends, Pete. I mean, they're still there. The problem is they just try to change the mechanics of the game so much to make them more realistic, and then they wind up screwing them up in the process. So you got your Battlefield guys. I hate Battlefield. I like the linear gameplay and the speed gameplay of the Call of Duty series just a lot more. I hate walking to my snipe post just to get picked off before I get there. After I spent 15 minutes walking and then get there, and then one person flies off the helicopter just to get themselves somewhere. I hate that mess, man. Drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. It's more ETS. Actually, yeah, I mean, I like doing ETS. It just doesn't view very well. It's unfortunate. It's a whole nother list of mods to keep track of, though, I can tell you that. Yeah, you're right, Ace. You're right. It's a different ball game now. Totally different from what it used to be. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, MVR. That's the thing, man. That's kind of why I think I kind of got out of it, was because I realized at that point, YouTube videos and people recording gameplay was already becoming a big thing. So it was pretty easy for a lot of those guys to just kind of move into that, playing the Call of Duty and you know, playing some of the others. That's just, I don't know, it was just easy for them. And I just, for whatever reason, man, I just had to back out. The Jake, all right, let's see. So I'm planning on go ahead and sleeping, and we'll finish up. Actually, I mean, I don't know. It's only an hour and a half. You guys want to finish? We can finish the trip up. I think so. We're already more than halfway there. I'm gonna sleep right here. Here's what the Jake sounds like. All right, I have no idea where the little sleep. Maybe. See, I hate that. Like, maybe it's a Jon Ruda thing. I hate how my headlights don't illuminate this truck beside me. It burns me up. Brake intensity, Matt guy. Brake intensity is what you're looking for. Connor, what's up, man? Papa says, "Hey, finish it." All right. I mean, we only got 700. We're good. So let's see. We just going into here. Let's see. We're in Cheyenne. It's a big old city. Shut up, new gamer. Shut up. That was the first stage. I'll show you the I'll get on the downhill here. I'll show you what the other two sound like. Wyoming's nice. I like Montana. It's probably my second favorite. Texas is good. I feel like Texas just is kind of lackluster in like sights and sounds, like pretty things to see. It's pretty. I don't want to say it's not average. It's large. I think the thing about it is the interstates and the road network. I think is top notch in Texas. I think that's probably the thing I like about Texas the most. Road networks and the other one all seem very much like, man, this is SES road network. Kind of fits the game, fits the style, but Texas, for whatever reason, just feels a lot different. Feels a lot wider. All the interchanges are a lot more realistic. But nonetheless, feel good. Yeah, sounds good. So this is the 5-inch pack. So I'm not sure if you have the 8-inch, this will be the 5-inch, which will be the update to that N14 5-inch pack. Two potatoes. Oh, 5M, yeah. God, that's something I haven't done in forever. Oh, nice. No, I have not. I have not seen the video shorts about it. No, I have not. Well, they thundered. If you turned up the scaling to 400% and run all of your mirrors on max, then yes, you'll probably have baked potatoes when you get done. Oh. Just as long as I can turn the siren on and pull someone over, Jeff. About to say, what's going to be your cheese? And put some cheese on them taters. Yes, I think they're separate. So, I think you'll have to go back and look. So, if you update the mod, Scooter, it'll say 5-inch pack, or it'll say the 8-inch. The 8-inch is what I think you have. I don't think the 5-inch it's a separate mod. So, because it's a totally different recording. Like, it's not even, it doesn't sound anything like it, as you can see. I'll run the 3rd stage, Jake. Sounds more N14-ish. That's the 2nd stage, and that's the 1st. Cool thing about these is they don't really slow the truck down. I mean, they do, but not really. They're very, very, very light, which I actually like, because you can roll that Jake brake and just let it eat, and your truck really doesn't slow down. So, I mean, for those that like to just roll it forever and ever, it's not really going to do much. Yeah, you'll hire me so I can do that. Oh gosh, you'll want me. I'll be coming up with so many voices for my cop voices. They got Jeff joked around with Jeff on one of his OCRP ones. It's like, you need to come up with a voice that you can hit on the radio whenever, you know, whenever that call comes in. Yeah. So this is part of that. You know, I had set up a dashboard there, Scooter. I'd set up a little dashboard that had like RPMs, and it was more or less like kind of a racing dashboard that I wanted to build, and part of it was you know, part of the difficulty was sourcing the gauges for it. But I wound up just pulling the speed out because I was doing more ATS and not necessarily more racing at the time, since the NASCAR season stuff is over. So I'll run the TRAK. It's a pretty quick changeover from the TRAK, and then I've got a little setup here just to attach a speedo up here. It works pretty quick. You know, 5 minutes I can have it switched out, and so I can race with a TRAK and a shift light if I want to, or could just ride with the you know, with the speedo. It's pretty cool. It worked. It didn't work on my last stream because I forgot to start my telemetry stuff, but yeah, it's working now. I mean, sometimes, especially when you're, you know, driving outside, or if you're, sometimes in these trucks, if you're far enough away from the dashboard, it's kind of hard, especially on the fleet stuff. It's really hard to see the speed you're running. So that's kind of actually nice to have it up there, especially when you're cruising. You don't have to try to look down and find your. Buford T. Justice, yeah. Jake, or it didn't happen? Is that what you're asking for the Jake? Yeah, so I'd have to send you the stuff, Scooter, but it's but yeah, I wired it, but it's a card, like a PC B board that you I think is it Dash Studio? Can't remember, but anyway, it's got these little a little board set with all the little screws in it. So you put the wire in, whichever one. Info, you've got a power wire, you've got a neutral wire, a ground wire, and then the actual TAK wire. And then you've got a program that essentially kind of syncs all that up with the game. So you've got plugins for all of the driving games, even stuff like Forza. You know, all of those have feed telemetry, and that board will translate telemetry from all of those games onto any kind of an electronic. It's got to be an electronic instruments. Of course, no Steam stuff, or mechanical stuff. But yeah, it's got to be electronic. It's pretty easy though. I mean, I'm not a computer genius when it comes to that stuff. So the fact that it's all working for me is, you know, hey, it's good. Yeah. Yeah, Mark, that pretty much had to be. You don't even know how to say delivery. Oh, it's funny, man. No, just yeah. Hey, research, man. That's all it is. Reading and watching videos and reading through README files to see how to do something. Sometimes it's easier than others. As long as I didn't have to do any soldering, I was good. So pretty much, if you got a pair of wire strippers and a little teeny tiny little flathead, you can do it. So X-Store, no, not really. So Fanatec pedals are compatible with Fanatec. What you can do is you can buy the USB wire attachments that essentially what they do is allow you to just run them as a separate USB device rather than have to plug into the wheel. But that sops up a bunch of your USB hubs, so a lot of people, you know, try to stay within the same ecosystem of stuff. And I know Thrustmaster's got some nice wheels, I mean some nice pedals now, but I'm not sure how interchangeable they are with, you know, the certain with some of the different wheels. Yeah, I did a long time ago. I wasn't really a fan of it. I mean, I guess the REC stuff was okay for a while, but then I think I kind of just got bored of it. Nah, Toy, we're still we're all the way up in Wyoming now. So we're fixing to We're getting close to getting up to Montana. We're not quite there yet. We just left out of Cheyenne not too long ago. So we got 580 miles at best, and they're chumming quick. So yeah, I mean, you can run them at USB. They'll run with anything. So you just have to run. Thrustmaster has a USB cable connector that goes to whatever their end is to USB. You'd have to plug it in as its own separate device. You know, a pedals as its own separate device, and a gear stick as its own separate device, depending on what you bought. Yeah, we outrun the yeah, I don't see no tornadoes. Yeah, everything's all crystal clear over here. T800s, nah, not really. There were a few kind of like, there were some starts of, I know there's a T800 custom, but it's basically GTM, at least I remember it's GTM, and it's got a bunch of like chromed out, I will call it, and this is just what they call them, like Chino styling. So kind of got a Latino style to it, which some people don't like. So thank you there, go cool. Yeah, we flew through Colorado, old timer. We were doggone through Pueblo before we knew it. Hey, what's up, bud? Good bro. How are you, man? Yes. Yes, I can. Is it a TRD? Because I'm a Tundra owner. I got a jacked up Toyota Tundra. 37s. Yeah, I'm a Tundra man. Probably one of the most expensive trucks on the market, unfortunately. Oh, here we are, Wyoming. So we're going through Gillette. I'm just kidding, it's Gillette. Going to be a daddy. Wow. Wow. I hear you, man. Yeah, okay, this is right. Ooh. Yeah, depending on which what your zoom level is. I'm gonna tell you what. How many people miss Texas? How many people are missing their Texas entrances and exits on those interstates? Yeah, ain't that the truth? God, I mean, it's like, come on, for real, guys. It's just a Toyota. I mean, it's a great truck. I get it, but you know, I mean, it almost makes me not want to buy another one when it's time. It's so unfortunate how expensive Tundras are right now. They are absolute ridiculous. If anybody didn't know, like most of the new Tundras right now, if you're buying a loaded out Tundra 2022 or the 23 ones, those suckers right now are tipping the scale somewhere between $90,000 and $100,000 for a freaking truck. It's crazy. But one of the highest resale value trucks. Got engaged, got a house, and now a kid on the way. Wow. Man, life does move fast there, Bud Goodrow. Doggone. Bud has been around. When did you start watching, Bud? Was it Gold Rush or before then? Was it Farm Sim you came in, wasn't it? Like the Farm Sim 19, or was it Gold Rush? We met each other. I was trying to think. It's been a long time. Yes, it is. I look online right along. I mean, you'll find like 2018, 2019, you know, trucks with 100,000 miles on them, Tundras that they want 60 grand for. Around 1,500. It was way back when. That probably about the time I was doing a little ATS and doing a little Gold Rush. That's probably where a big one was. So, because of Florida. There you go. Yeah, I like the second gens. That's what I have, is the second gen Tundra. 200,000 on it. Love it. TRAK Hawk. I'll take the mom SUV sleeper that'll kill a man. Oh, I know they kept messing it up. I finally gave that crap up. I tried my hardest to keep going with Gold Rush. You know, they're still doing it, man. They're still doing their leaderboards and gold leaderboards, and I'll tell you, man, I don't see how they were able to keep that game going. Crazy, man. Favorite brand of semi? I don't care. I would tell you, but y'all might unsub if I tell you it was a Kenworth. I like the trucking passion Kenworth. Yeah, it's probably my favorite. You don't see as many of them around, I know, but for whatever reason, I just like that. I like that body style. The truck feels bigger than the Peterbilts, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. I you know, especially when it comes to ATS, man, like I can enjoy a fleet truck. I can enjoy this Freightliner Classic, man. It's such a good mod because it was done right, you know. But I can enjoy anything from that new Western Star 57 to doing something with this Freightliner to driving a 379. Like, to me, they're all the same as long as the mod maker did a really good job with them. I'm good with it. That's a little different than like the guys that actually do drive for a living. You know, they probably do have their favorite trucks based on experience. But you know. You know, Toyota, yeah, Taco, they need a semi. Yeah, you know, they were working on a diesel, and then they dropped it. Nissan, because Nissan had got the XD, and Toyota was going to come up with a competitive truck to compete with their XD diesel, and they wind up not following through with it. So, yeah, the new Toyotas are awfully ugly, Ace. I hate them. Can't stand them. If you own one, okay. Mine was the 3rd generation, was my favorite. So I don't think they'll keep. Now I will tell you this: if anybody's ever seeing Jake Brake section, there you go. You just got to call for it, JB. There you go. Yeah, I've heard that right along. I'm sure. That's one of the things, without no real life experience, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. I don't really care. All right, so we're on the 90 up. So we're at 400. So we're going through Billings right now, which you got to make a small southwest detour here around the 90. And then we're headed back up north, which we ever going down to Hobbery. Let's see. Iron Pipes up to Bushnell Farms. So yeah, we are rolling. Yeah, you know, honestly, I'm kind of interested to see when that thing's gonna come out, Mikey. I need to show y'all his end dump. I got a few messages a couple weeks ago. Guys wanted to know if I had that end dump yet. I need to throw it on here and let you guys see that. Between that and Champ True. Is that True X? Champ True X. Thank you there, man, for the sub. Race fan. Are we a Martin Truex fan? Well, we'll see, Pete. I thought he would have had it out by now. I might shoot him a message to see what his ETA is on that. Maybe we can showcase that one night. Real Torch, the big up, bro, from Jamaica. What's up, man? How are you? Hope you're doing well, man. It has been a minute. Been quite a minute. Doing something I never do. Now, I'll tell you, Ace, if y'all haven't checked it out yet, go check out the Toyota Sequoia, the new one, the TRD. That, I'll tell you right now, SUV-wise, I know everyone's got their, SUVs where they like, whether it's, super incognito, whether or not you're riding the Tahoe or the Suburban or the Yukon. But I'll tell you right now, you want a super sporty one, dude, that Sequoia, woo, that sucker is nice. Yeah, I'd love to, Torch. Love to, man. I'm not as around and available as I used to be, but anytime, just send me a message on Discord, man. I've got all that. I get messages from everybody, so if you ever got a day that frees up, man, just give me a holler. Yeah, nobody likes them. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, nobody does, man. I've ran into very few people, because lifting them and everything, man, it just, the whole front end is just funky. It's the grill, man. If it hadn't been the grill like they did it, I don't know. Oh, just one of those things, man. I just kind of look at it and go, man, what were they thinking when they did that truck? But, whatever. I know the Sequoia it's a bad mama jamma. All right. I think we got a weird little detour here. I think we got it. Yeah. We got to turn back up, right? You're bored. Yeah, I'll probably go to bed when I get off the stream here. We'll be so we're gonna convo on TMP tomorrow, but I might be around Sunday night. Should be around Sunday night. I should be around. Dude, the Western Star 57's a nice truck. I mean, it's basically the Cascadia with a different front end, but still, it is a very nice truck. JB, the button box. It's the same, guys. I need to talk to him and see if I can show you guys the new one. ASP simulation button box. I need to see if I can maybe grab one of his new ones for like a little demo for you guys, because it's actually got the switches for like windows and suspension now, so like actual three-ways. So you don't have to assign all those buttons and stuff. It's actually very nice. But yeah, I've still got the same one I've had before. I love it, Space. It's nice. I was just telling everybody it's a little bit different from the other ones. We pretty much had. I still like Montana. I think Montana is one of my favorites outside of Colorado. Wyoming was hit or miss. I don't know. Wyoming just didn't hit it for me. But Texas is good because of the road network. I think the roads in Texas are nice. I think they give more realistic expectation of what it's like driving interstate. Not so much in some of these other states. But yeah, I love Montana because of the scenery. Montana and Colorado, but Texas is good, man, the roads. I love how they did the cities. And driving by the cities on the interstate, I think, is really cool. That's probably my favorite part. But yeah, the next gen Volvo they're working on, we think they're working on the 579 or what would be the next gen Peterbilts. And then also Oklahoma's coming out. And I don't know if you guys it sounds like they've moved all of their mapping guys from ETS are now working on the ATS, because they've got like they pretty much got like, I was trying to think how many it says, almost 50 mappers now working, so it's pretty crazy. Hey, all the girls chats came in. Woo! What's up, Trip Jake? Good to see you, man. Yeah, Eric, we'll see if we can't showcase that sometime here. A couple of guys there on Discord had hit me up a couple weeks ago, had asked me if I'd either gotten a chance to see it, or because I think it was released right after we kind of took that little break. So yeah, we can check that out, and I'd love to get his 4900 and check that sucker out. Figure out when he's going to release that. Jameson, yes. So if you've bought it, yes. If you had the other 8-inch pipe, this is a different engine. So basically, when you go in there, there's a drop-down menu. There's an 8-inch pipe and then a 5-inch. So the 5-inch is totally different. It's like a whole new engine. It took me a minute to figure that one out. Oh, you got the email? Okay. All right, well, then there you go. No, I missed that one. Western Star King. I wonder what your favorite truck is. Thank you there, man. Renewed First Gear membership, 1 month streak. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I had to get y'all a different thing for that. That's a terrible little down. I tried to redo my alerts, and then I just gave up on it. I was like, man, just can't find anything I like. Couldn't find audio that I liked. Yes, Sartan's got a dry van. Jasper, I need to get up with him, man. I have not yet, because he's got that wheel pack everyone's talked about. I need to get up with him sometime. No, I'm still in the same room, man. We actually were going to build a house, and then COVID hit, and then all the prices went through the roof. So, yeah. Hey, thank you there, Zeke. Appreciate it, man. Thank you there, First Gear membership. Appreciate it, buddy. Oh, the Vanguard, yeah. Yeah, I remember the Vanguard. I remember, like, from Drove. That was always a really cool trailer. I like that one. Probably the best ones out of all his stuff. Man, look at that, man. New members everywhere. 25 months strong there for Ace, man. Appreciate it as always, Ace. Ace the driver tested out. Hey, you know, don't test out the buses on ETS too. You'll get addicted, man. And thank you there, Toy Taco 1003, man. Appreciate the sponsorship, man. Star, it is great. We were actually in it earlier for our stream. We took a long round. We never do these long trips. FTP. Is the FTG beer that's a little longer. It's hilarious. That would actually be really good. Old Copper about lost it, didn't he? Yeah, we had to, man. I mean, the house prices, it almost was double. So we essentially, we live in I don't want to say an affluent area, but we live in a nicer area that's pretty sought after, and we kind of we're grandfathered into that. We were here before everybody else wanted to come. So now that everyone has wanted to come in here, it's of course jacked up real estate market prices. But when COVID came in, of course, you had all the other crap went up as well. But then, you know, interest rates didn't really help. I mean, they kind of stayed whatever. But everything, supply chain issues and COVID issues and all of the other crap pushed the prices up. So our house was double when we were ready to build it. It was double what we originally had planned on pre-COVID. And so we just couldn't afford a house that was twice as expensive. We just put a hold on it. So now the interest rates are up, which is crazy now. It's made that house completely unobtainable, but we're kind of waiting for the interest rate to come down so that the price will come, because the prices are already coming down on where we live. They have to. So because people aren't buying homes. So it's kind of putting the power back to the buyer and the builders, which is nice. It's a good place to be in. So it's kind of playing the waiting game for the economy to kind of level itself out there, and then we can kind of move. But that's just one of those things. We just weren't anticipating on it. We didn't move fast enough, and, you know, COVID hung us out to dry. So, yeah, it is. Materials, man, and, yeah, materials is just, it went through the roof, Thank you there, Twisted Stone, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the $5 super chat. As we're nearing the end of our trip, y'all have stuck with me, man. I don't normally do this, but I'm not going to say I don't necessarily like it either, so. Man, sponsored for you subbed. Thank you there, Taco. Reminds me of the wheel shake. Yes, so when I stop. All right, so there's been a few people have asked about that. So if you go to your force feedback, I think it's this one right here. So internal friction, yeah, I think so. Yeah, so the engine resonance and internal friction, I think it's in the engine resonance. The more that's up there, it will vibrate and shake back a little bit further. So it doesn't really, you can do it either way. If I turn that down and turn the engine resonance all the way down, then it wouldn't really, it would just be still. So if you want to have a little bit of shake, turn the engine resonance. That's where it's at. The more you put it up there, the more the wheel will, like, it'll do like this when you're like getting on it. So it'll kind of do that now, but it's like a nice mellow kind of just a small vibration, which is kind of nice. It's not like overly done. It grew the beard instead of a house. You know what, Pete? There you go. Pretty much. Well, can't build a house, might as well grow a beard. I didn't even know I could do that, honestly. No, none of the shifters have feedback. There's a few prototype stuff different companies are throwing around that has force feedback, but the mechanisms and the parts for that would just make them extremely expensive, because we don't even really have force feedback pedals. Fanatec's tried, but they just put these little, basically these little vibrators on the back of the pedals. It's kind of a cheap alternative, but doesn't really, I don't know. It's not really all that nice. I don't know. I guess it's got to be your thing. I don't even use them. Yeah, you can put a little bit on there, Matt, and it does help. It's just when you go in slow and you're just running into idle, it just has this little, like, this little tick back, you know, just fine. Maybe not completely realistic, but it feels nice when you're driving, because it does make the bumps that you do actually hit, and you can feel them. I'm not sure what he's up to, Shamar. I want to say I paid about 14 or 15 bucks for him. He does have different packages for it. Some are cheaper than others. There you go. Space has got you there. So he's going. Oh, was that RN? I'm not even sure what that is. That might be US dollars I'm talking about. Thank you there, Dixie. Good to see you. Those 13, hadn't seen you in a while. Do I have affiliate links for? I don't have. The only affiliate links I have is for the ASP. That one and TRAK Racer. TRAK Racer, I've got 5% off of anything from TRAK Racer store, and then I've got another code for, I think it's 30% off of the button boxes, which knocks about 30 bucks off the button box. Those are the two main affiliate links that I have. The rest of them, you know, they're not money cost saving to you guys. Everything, Redneck, everything is to the max. So all three engine sounds are they're all maxed out for Zeemods. Yeah, see, look at this. I don't know, for whatever reason, I like Montana. I don't know. There's just something about this open stance. It's very nice. Very nice. Baba Bong. What's up, man? Thank you, their driver. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm doing well. Good to see you there, Baba Bong. What's up, Edible? How are you, man? Got out of the game and stuff? Yeah, it's all right, man. I did too. A couple of months. It gets ordered a lot. Awesome, man. I feel like this mod, I feel like the windshield has got a little, I feel like it's got a little bit of tint on it or something. All right. I know, man, not a single crunch. You're right, Pete. You're right, man. Been a couple hours, man. We hadn't ran into nothing. I never even thought about that, but we haven't. Well, we did that side swipe. There was a small side swipe early on. Didn't forget about that. Oh, it's cut off. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, I'll do that. I think it's well, yeah, the advanced simulation site is the same, but I think when you check out, I think it's FTG. I want to say it's FTG 30 or FTG 5. No, it's got to be FTG 10. I'll put it up there. I'll update that. Yeah, some of that stuff, man, when you copy descriptions, yeah, it will cut off. It remembers the link, but it'll cut it off. Frank, what's up, man? Back to saddle. I am, man. Good to see you, man. Dang, it has been a minute. It has been a minute. Some of our UTS2 pals. All right, we got to do a little loopy here, and then we'll be on our way. Last road, going to hit the Highway 2, and we're going to head west, drop off a load of pipes here to the hopper. So we have been from Longview, Texas, all the way. So Longview, Texas, all the way up to Hopper, Montana today. Yeah, I know. I need to do that. I know. I think I tried doing that, and then some of them got not lost, but some of my links and stuff, they all changed, and then I kind of gave up on that. I used to do that. It's probably been a year and a half since I was using those short links. We almost, man. We almost. It is mean, man. That last stage is probably my favorite one. From the UK, still trying to get used to those long straight roads. Yeah, there's a few. It will never drive ETS. Was there a massive difference when you got ETS 2? Yeah, there was a huge difference between that original game and ETS 2. they had a good bit of stuff, but they redesigned a light sledge. There was so the equivalent would probably, what was the one here, guys? What was the one before this? Was it 18 wheels? Was the prerequisite to ATS? Of course, this game's grown exponentially, and just that a matter of, I guess, the download age, or companies being able to essentially shove out an update and really change their entire engine through the internet's revolutionized that. But see, I hate how ATS does that. See how when I get that white, it makes my screen dark? Get a little closer to it, it'll completely block off everything. So annoying. That last stage is mean, dude. 18 wheels is still, that's it. See how it does? Hate that. Yeah, there we go. Woo! Ah. Come on, man. You're looking at it, Mr. Swede. Yeah, you're looking at it, brother. This is pretty much it, man. I don't do this kind of stuff often because I burn out on ATS if I do it like this. I like Montana, I like Texas. I was like, well, maybe we'll just try to string the two together. The thing I do like about it is, like, convoys is like, where do you want to go? The world is literally yours, because we normally don't go longer than 1,200 on a convoy. But this one was about almost 1,800. So it took 2 hours. I talked for the first 20. So yeah. Yeah, 2 hours. Faraday Energy. Yeah, so this would be my last. This would be my longest haul. Would be this one. Yeah, because I don't do it long. I don't do this a lot. Whoa! About missed that right hand turn. Let's wake up the city of Harbor, Montana. We're gonna reach our noise abatement procedures here at 9 o'clock. Gas gauge. We almost went through 2 full tanks of gas. It's crazy. This town is a no jailbreak town. Well. Oh well. It's a lot, Mr. Sweet. That's a lot, man. What a loaded question. What do you think of the future of ATS, ETS2 with the combine both games? So two things to that. I would, woof, boy, that's a loaded one. You call a stump FTG question there. I think at some point, the open world genre of games, it doesn't really exist outside of flight sims. To have the entire, so think about it, guys. I mean, to think about having the entire U.S. road network, you know, even though, of course, at an abbreviated level, to have the entire network of roads to go from Florida to Seattle, or go from Texas all the way up to, you know, Bangor, Maine. I don't know, man. I mean, you would, at least in 5, 6, 7 years worth of maps still left to design. My assumption would be that they would still keep them separate. And I only say that because I don't know how their engine can, I don't know if it can hold both ETS and ATS all together. I mean, maybe it can, and have a world map like that. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. I still think they would probably like to benefit from having the ETS2 involvement with the DLCs, and then just having ATS as its own kind of separate entity. In case one of the others fails, they're not completely out the other. I thought when they had the launcher, they were going to start buses, and they were going to expand the Euro market more, because obviously that's not going to appeal to the ATS market. But I mean, future-wise, I think they got to get the map out if they really want to be this, if they really want to do everything, because they need to make the money while they can. Because if they keep dragging it out for another 10 years, I don't see how they're going to. I mean, because I'm thinking about it from a business perspective. You know, they've got a business to run, they've got money to make, so either they got to develop the next game or the next edition of whatever it is they're going to do. But if they've built all the mapping and they can adapt it to a new engine, that's fine. My question is where does it stop? And I don't think any of us have really ever heard from SES like where they're, like I don't know that we've ever heard where they're actually view themselves as like stopping. We've never heard Pavel say, yeah, we really can't do the whole U.S. because the engine won't take it, or we can't do all of Europe. And where do you stop in Europe? Because it's pretty much almost done between you do Russia and this new update they're doing right now. I mean, you ain't got much else besides the Greece area down there. Then Northern Africa, if they, you know, decide to, you know, jump that way, which maybe they will. I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. I mean, it's, of course, everything's all pure speculation, because they said they've been working on Texas for 4 years, and it's kind of like, hey, if you've been running on this one for 4, it's kind of like, well, what else what else can you do? But so I know SES said in the last live stream, and I have to throw a shout out to Kales on this because he was telling me about it. They've got about 50 map makers now that are working on ATS maps. So basically, Pavel was like, essentially, hold on. ATS is going to see a huge amount of updates. They released Texas, as you see. They've already started to push Oklahoma. The question would be is if they push through all of the mapping and then do something totally different. You know, I don't say do a bus sim, but can't see. Stupid headlights are only. Well, I got lucky. That's all that was, pure luck. Can't see nothing outside of this thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. I honestly don't know what they'll do. Um, I mean, they've pretty much been on the standard. They've been pretty much on standard par with everything else that we've pretty much expected. Texas was a bit of a surprise, but we knew they were getting close to it. Whether or not it released in the beginning of the year or seasonal, I mean, it doesn't matter. We knew we were within that 3-4 month window. I think it'll just be interesting to see this new DX12 update, to see what kind of performance can be pulled out of this game compared to what you can do now with Microsoft Flight Sim. Where will they really figure out multi-threading CPU technology? Like, where will that stuff really finally take off? Because essentially, ATS and all of these games still don't handle, and there are parts of these games that are not very well optimized and haven't been optimized in quite some time. So mirrors are, for instance, the lighting on this game is still very unoptimized in how it's processed through the computer. So DX12 and all those things help, but it's still like, I mean, if you're going to put the whole thing in there, plus you're going to up these trucks, and you're going to have to offer something besides just roads, that'll be the, I mean, to me, that'll be the real kicker as to where we see this this sim ending up. I would like the physics to take an upgrade. Oh, good gosh, man. I hate companies like this. Oh, sucks. Hey, we're not going to let you, you know, yeah, we're not going to let you actually back in there. I've drove this whole way. I'm not about to do a quick disconnect here. Yeah, Matt. I know I know. And they value themselves as an open road game, but I don't necessarily buy that. Yeah, if they let it go down, the let's complete this game. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing about it. I don't know that we know. At least all I can tell from their last update on their live stream was the fact that they've got 50 guys working on mapping, and that the stuff was going to start being cranked out for ATS. But just think about it. If it goes cranked out, so you're thinking an average of what? You're thinking an average of $9.12 to $14.99 a state left. That's a good chunk of money with no, you know, no Game Pass or nothing like that. So it's like they've developed this game 7 years ago. They've updated the engine once, still running out of the same engine. At some point, they've got to do something to kind of upgrade how this how this game operates. Convoy was a good try, but it's too hard, at least for what everyone wants to do, which is run mods. At least unless you just got you and a buddy, you know. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know. Economies and better telemetry plug-in maybe for other people to have the add-on stuff to it. But I don't think any of that stuff. I don't think the physics are going to be a real game winner for anybody. I don't think, you know, I don't think things like real mechanics and having this blend of like car mechanic simulator, and except it just be trucks. I don't think that's going to fly either. Because people will do what they do to everything else now. They'll just quick travel it. They'll dev console it over, or they'll do this, and then they're done. You know, I don't even think that's even plausible. No, it wouldn't be without mods. No, it wouldn't be. Mods are the only reason. I mean, you've got some other things that are nice, but, you know. Yay! Man, that was a long trip. Oh, my God. It's a long trip. 2 hours and 30 minutes. I streamed way too long. Oh, how much I play a service? Never, Michael. Never. I never play a Convoy service because it's annoying, and I hate trying to sync the mods up with people because I never have what they have, and so many people have their own special stuff they downloaded for some obscure place, and I never have it. So it's just, yeah, it's annoying. Yes, I don't know. All good conversation, though. I think it's, I mean, I will say that I am at least excited to see the fact that they are at least updating and getting the content out that everyone has kind of been waiting on. I think these drives of having these longer hauls and these longer abilities, longer, station to be able to have these long hauls like we did there, I think is fun. It's interesting, but in the same sense, it's kind of like, well, there has to be that other thing, that other element to it that kind of takes us to the next level. And even in ATS2, I mean, you might be talking about a complete game design remake, which might be the stamp between ETS to ETS2. I don't know, man. It's you have to really do text mine. I know, right? All right, see you, bud. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's such a loaded question for for almost midnight my time. I probably didn't do that great of a job, thinking through that one, because I kind of got tired of thinking about and trying to speculate what ATS could do or what SES could do, because, I mean, they got to make money somehow. Just kind of wonder what that next thing is in the bank. And if it is making money, the easiest thing to make money is just to create more state content that people will buy. I mean, that's the business model. Does that mean it's the best one? No, but it is a business model. Because if it's not that, then I'm not sure what else they do besides create a completely new, game, whether it be for buses or whether it be combining the two. I don't see happening. They might as well just keep their maps the same, because I don't know if the game itself can actually handle both maps being put in there because of how it does loading. I don't know if anybody in here plays ETS2. When you put the big map mods together and you put those those 1-to-1 scale maps, it takes forever for this system to load. And and that's basic just the game itself. I mean, it takes forever to do it because they're doing it on the basis of people's minimum system requirements to run the game. So even though you may have a great high-end system, it doesn't mean the game itself is going to be completely curtailed and optimized to run on a high-end system. That's part of the problem in some cases, and that's why they offer you all these ways to scale the game and all of these different ways in which you can try to make this game look really, really, really good, even all the way up to 4K. But if you're not in the 4K range, this system was never really designed to be played on 3080s and 3090s and 4070s and 80s and 90s. It was never really designed for that. So they give you all these scaling options to basically make everything much tighter and give you these huge graphics, but they take enormous amounts of game resource to do and time for loading and all of that other stuff when it was never really designed for that. So at some point, they're going to have to do some type of a technical computer tech upgrade besides just DX12 or DX13 or whatever the newest and latest. That just helps it communicate better. That doesn't really change. It doesn't really change the makeup of the game itself and how it communicates. Or not how it communicates, but how it's built to really utilize new technology. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what all the games do. I mean, I think Microsoft Flight Sim's the first one to really take off on this kind of virtual experience where things are much more standard real to life. Flight Sims have always been they've always been ahead of the open world and open travel market, like these types of driving games. Because outside of this, I'm not sure that the answer is in anything else that's closed system. I think it's got to be open road for something like ATS or ETS. It's got to be open road, open exploration. I'm just curious to see how they actually do it. Because you think about stuff like, when GTA 5 first came out and having that open world look inside of GTA, even though it's GTA, and even some of these games that were run within the Unreal. I know you guys have probably heard about the Unreal Engine. It's just ridiculously crazy what they're able to do CGI now inside of games, and it's kind of like, will something like this ever, get into that point to where you have some type of closed-off system, but it's way, way, way better, and it looks 10 times better, and things operate totally independently of what this has been. I don't know. I think I think they're maybe in a good place, but I would love to see more people get into the. I would love to see more people get into the market on this type of stuff, but I just don't know if it's quite there. That's kind of the unfortunate part. TMP, like I was looking at it, man. We just, for some odd reasons, we don't have anybody in TMP anymore. nobody drives online. Part of that I know is because of the trolling. Those guys had to fix that, and hopefully they do. We'll find out tomorrow night whether or not they do. But it'll be interesting to see whether or not they actually can fix that and can bolster it up. The convoy experience is nice, but for me, it just isn't like it and all it's cracked up to be. So I'm hoping TMP can get their act together. They've been updating and doing some nice stuff. So, I mean, I think it's going to be the trail of cookie crumbs for a bit. Even if we get new states, it's fine. It's just more the same kind of road. It's just now you get to drive a bunch. I mean, we left today out of Texas, and I couldn't really tell you until Wyoming that we changed states. I noticed in Wyoming around Cheyenne that it was different, and I could tell in Montana that it was different. But I would assume that there's a big change between Texas and Wyoming, and I didn't really see that in the game. So anyway, we can talk about it more later on. But anyway, it is nice to see everybody, man. A lot of guys to thank. So let me run a quick thank you through some of these guys here. Let's see. Let me filter these off here. Let's see. Got some new subs as well, man. Thanks for the new guys, members that came in, man. Thanks. We'll just start down here back at the bottom. Ghost Trucker getting us started off there with the $5 super chat, man. Thanks, Kevin McCurry with the 10, and Ryan Plaster. Good to see you, Ryan, man. $5 on him. Papa Rocks with the 50 super chat. Brad and Matt, all fives. Brad with another 5 super chat. Thunderwolf with the 10. Jersey with the 10. Ace of Spades with the 5, man, and a Twisted Snowman with the 4, and our 2 big winners tonight, man. Just incredible, man. Gifts. Appreciate you guys. NRZ Ace with $100 and PJ Studio, man, with $100 super chat. So thank you guys very much. Is very much appreciated, and it helps out a lot, and it does kind of keep me in the doghouse. I mean, out of the doghouse, and keeps me here in front of the controls here, so we can continue to stream and have some fun. So, so do not forget. So if you guys are hitting the Zeemods, hit the Zeemods links up there. I'll have them in the descriptions or in the first pinned comment. Go over there. This is the 5-inch stack. If you guys are just checking in later on and you've missed maybe a few bit, this is a monstrous engine. It is great, fantastic. It's kind of got everything you want, you know, for the perfect. And it does have open def with it as well, so you can make it compatible with everything you want. Also, tomorrow at TMP, I will post everything up in the Discord like I always do, FTG official convoy channel. So if you're not in the Discord, go ahead and hop in there and then be ready for tomorrow. And I'll put all the details in there. Grab your trailer, grab your truck. You do not have to be a part of the company. You do not have to have any kind of special stuff. Just meet in the lounge, you know, say 30, 45 minutes before time. We'll get things set up. We'll get rolling. And then we'll have, hopefully, a really, really, really great convoy as well. If you want to have multiplayer sounds, if you're like, well, I'll do TMP, but the sounds are terrible, then I've got a video on that. So go back to my main page after the video's over here, and then scroll down to the bottom. You'll see tutorials. You'll see a MP mods, MP sounds inside of multiplayer TMP. And that video will take you through the process of being able to add essentially an overdub mechanism that allows you to have modded sounds that don't interfere with TMP or anything. It's a mod that is centrally located to you on the client side. It doesn't touch the server, so you don't have to worry about getting in trouble or getting banned or anything like that. I use it every single time with Convoy. You can make any engine compatible that you want to with your trucks and have them essentially with you, although they are a little bit different, you know, because they're trying to do things in a default way instead of what the mod was originally done for. But you can use the sounds for those, and that video kind of walks you through the process of doing that. So anyway, that's it for me tonight, man. You guys are y'all were really y'all are awesome. It's been a great night. Don't forget the merch is live as well. So if you want to hit merch, go to the top right of the main YouTube channel. You'll see the FTG merch. Click that. Black Friday sales, free shipping everywhere. So if you guys want a shirt, long sleeve shirt, short sleeves, I've got all kind of trucking stuff from United Logistics to the FTG logo stuff. It's kind of like everything's kind of back live again. So I figured we do some free shipping on things for Black Friday since I don't really make much on those shirts anyway. But if you want to do that, we'll just throw in free shipping as a promotion for this weekend. All right. So it has been awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks there, Taco. Appreciate it, man. You guys are been awesome. And hopefully we will see you here in the next live stream tomorrow night. So if you are banned, potentially just need to figure out a way. I don't know why you would be banned, though, Aaron. You might have to let me know what your name is tomorrow or something, and then I'll look and see what the reasoning for it was. Sometimes people get hacked, so, you know, if it was you got hacked and you started throwing Discord messages to everybody, you can change your password to get back in. But at any rate, I will see you guys here tomorrow night. All right? Let me see if I can hit the right button this time, and I'll be like, so peace out. We'll see you tomorrow night, guys.